Hey friend, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here today because we're gonna tackle another space in my home for fall and just do a little bit of fall decorating. This year, my approach is go slow, take your time, and enjoy the process. You don't need a ton of stuff to make your home beautiful this fall. And there are ways to bring fall into your home that don't cost a lot of money and don't create a lot of clutter. And so that's my heart today. I woke up really early this morning. I got my workout done. I got my kiddos off to school. And then I put my pajamas back on. These are so comfy. They're from Amazon. Made myself a pot of coffee and I baked some high protein pumpkin muffins. This recipe, you guys, is so good. I'm gonna leave it down in the description below. But man, if you could smell my house right now, it smells amazing. So I baked the muffins, I deep cleaned my kitchen, and now we're ready to decorate. So I'm gonna turn the camera around, show you what we're working with today, and then we'll get started. But before we get into decorating today, I wanted to stop and kindly thank Element for sponsoring today's video. Element is a zero sugar electrolyte drink mix that contains 0 artificial sweeteners and 0 dodgy ingredients. Element is perfectly suited for anyone wishing to restore their health through hydration, and it's packed with a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And the fluids equation is really simple. You should be drinking to thirst. You don't need to be drinking gallons and gallons of fluids a day to stay hydrated. It really is all about the perfect blend of electrolytes and getting that right ratio. I know for me personally, when I am consistently drinking Element every single day, I feel my best. I'm way less fatigued. I'm way less likely to get headaches. I sleep better. I feel better. My energy levels are good. And I just feel good, you guys. And it's basically become an essential to my daily health and wellness routine. And I love this stuff. This is grapefruit salt that I'm holding. I would say my favorite flavor is citrus salt, but grapefruit is a close second. And you know, it's something that I've just incorporated into my daily life to truly feel my best. Whether you're an athlete, you work out hard in the gym, or you just live a busy, active life, maybe you practice intermittent fasting or a low-carb diet, Element is perfectly suited for you. So if you want to try it out, you can go to drinkelement.com/Amy and you can get a free 8-count sample pack with any purchase. It's a great way to try out Element's top rated flavors and maybe share some with a salty friend too. So if you want to purchase some Element, definitely use that link. Anyone can use it for that free sample pack. And thanks again, Element, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, if you missed my first fall decorating video, I wanted to just share really quick. We decorated my living room space, so go check that out. The sleepy kitty over there, how sweet. But this morning, I went out for a run really early, around 5 o'clock this morning, and it was in the 40s. I got home, it was so chilly that I turned my fireplace on, and I've had it on all morning, and it is just so cozy. So we're gonna decorate my hearth area here. It's funny because I had several people mention I should try turning the chairs around, and that just did not look right to me. Now maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. I turned it around on either side and it just did not feel as cozy. It didn't feel like you could sit and have a conversation with someone. But anyway, Caleb and I have been using this space a lot already, so I know we'll be using it all fall for sure. Heading into the kitchen, as you can see, it's a blank slate. I deep cleaned everything. I scrubbed cabinets and countertops, and I don't think I've taken everything off in the kitchen. Hang on, I'm gonna turn this way. I don't think I've taken everything off the counters literally since we've moved in, other than maybe to clean. I wanted just a blank slate to work with today. I feel like I'm a little bit more creative when I do that. You can see these are the muffins. They just came out of the oven a little bit ago. They smell so good. And yes, I ate one already for breakfast and it was delicious. Like I said, I'll share that recipe down below, but we'll get those put away. You can see in here, Here's all the clutter. I moved everything off the counters and stuck it on my dining table. And then I just brought over anything and everything I think I might use for fall. I've got different, pots and vessels. I've got some fall tea towels. I shared these in my fall decor haul. If you didn't see that, go check it out. My sweet friend brought me over a pumpkin she grew from her garden, so I might use that today. I've got this new kind of kickstand. It's a pumpkin. How cute is that? I got that at Marshall's. I've got a bunch of trays, and then a couple more things. I've got florals here. These are from a floral. They are so beautiful. I think I'm going to use them in an antique find. I found an antique copper pot not too long ago. But then I have just some other simple stems. These are all from Hobby Lobby throughout the years. I've got some wheat, some dried flowers, and then I think I found these in the pick aisle a couple years ago, but they're really cute. I like that they have some green in them. And so yeah, that's what we're gonna work with today. I also wanna tackle my hutch. I'm not gonna go over the top, just add a few little things. Something else I've been working on, I have a few dried hydrangeas left from the old house, and I've been playing around with some of them in this wreath this morning. So I'm gonna play with that some more. I might add some ribbon, and I'm thinking I might add that to my hood vent, but we'll see. And then I gotta show you guys Maggie. How sweet is she? That's her spot lately. I have not decorated out here for fall yet. I think that will be another video. We'll save that for another day, but I do have the fire on. She is so cozy. I think I'm gonna go buy some mums later this week. It's my birthday week, and funny enough, my tradition with myself on my birthday or around my birthday is I go mum shopping and pumpkin shopping. So we're gonna go do that later this week. Huh, Maggie? She's so sweet. Anyway, we'll save this for another time. I just wanted to share because I have the doors open today since it's so beautiful out. But anyway, enough chatting. Let's get decorating. Hopefully you can hear me over all the birds chirping outside with the doors open. Nature is definitely coming into the house. Hopefully you guys like that. You don't mind that. Starting out, I'm not really changing anything. I might change out the floral I had here, but I've had this tray for years and years. It's from Hobby Lobby. This little lamp is from Hobby Lobby as well. You can get these little lamps almost anywhere nowadays. They're a lot more popular than they used to be, but this is the base of one of the little vignettes I'm gonna decorate today. I typically put decor anywhere that we have outlets just to cover them up, and I find that's a good way to kind of group your decor without going overboard, if that makes sense. So that's a little bit of my rule of thumb. Anyway, so I'm gonna stick the tray right here. We'll turn this on so it's cozy. And then I have a little hack. I've got some cutting boards here. They're just from like Home Goods, TJ Maxx. They're not anything fancy, but this is what I will use then to hide the cords. So I have all of kind of my staple everyday things out now, and now we get to add some fun fall pieces. Starting out, I have this grapevine pumpkin that lights up. It's from Hobby Lobby. I shared this in my fall decor haul, but I'm gonna plug it in over here to kind of balance out the lamp. It is so sweet and cozy at night. See, just has some twinkle lights, and I don't want this big ugly cord to show, so I'm going to do the same thing as I did over there and hide it with some cutting boards. This is a little basket. I actually found it at Goodwill last year. I don't know, last fall maybe. Love the handles on it. Love the shape of it, and it's perfect for holding some cutting boards. So love a good basket find. Okay, I just finished kind of zhuzhing up the wreath. Actually, let me show you from the center. I think it is so pretty. I love how natural it is. It adds such a big statement to this kitchen space. I did add this plaid tea towel, which I got from Marshall's, just a pretty kitchen towel. So anyway, that's how that's looking. The ribbon I did on the grapevine wreath came from Amazon. I will link that. But yeah, such a pretty piece of fall decor, and it cost me no money. I had everything already, so really happy with that. Now we're gonna play with another vignette on my island. I have the muffins over there, which look really sweet. But on this side, I'm gonna do tray and then just add a couple of everyday staples and then maybe a little touch of fall. I have this little crock that I thrifted at some point, and I just threw dish brushes in here. They're not vintage, they just look vintage. They're from Amazon. And then I have a pumpkin apple candle. Smells so good. It's perfect for September because it's not too fallish. I love that hint of apple. So, so good. So for the summer, I have this beautiful topiary in here, and I love the look of this, but I'm kind of sad to see it go. I might be able to stick it somewhere else in the kitchen. I think though for fall, I want to do something more appropriate to the season, but I don't want to take away from the hydrangeas in the wreath behind me, because that's definitely like the statement of the room. I think I'm just going to take this thrifted pitcher, maybe, and I think I'm just going to do this dried wheat. So I'm gonna pause in the kitchen for now. I think I'm about done in there, but I wanna decorate the hearth and the hutch and work on the dining area and then kind of balance it out if I need to. But I have these cute little white pumpkins from Hobby Lobby, and they come in different kind of shapes. They're $6.99, but I got them half off, so pretty good price point. I just have 3 of them, and I'm just gonna place them up on the mantle in front of the breadboards. I decided I wanted to keep the breadboards up for fall. They're just so pretty, and they're the kind of thing I like to keep up year round. And then I wanted some kind of florals on the mantle. I have this aged terracotta pot. One little tip I have if you're decorating with cheaper florals, like I'm using these silly little picks from Hobby Lobby. I mean, they're literally styrofoam, like they're foam leaves. They're not high quality by any means. But one way to kind of make them look nicer is by putting them in a real pot or a nicer vessel. So I'm gonna stick a bunch of these in here and we'll pop it on the mantle. I love these mustard colors and the greens together. It's the perfect way to blend early fall and real fall and kind of marry my early fall decor with some of my oranges and yellows. I've been going back and forth on what to put on this side. I have this hurricane, this candle holder that I have little pine cones in from the winter time. I think I'm gonna leave them in there for fall. And I'm just gonna stick this up here. And then I have another pumpkin apple candle that I will light and put on the mantle. And then for on the chairs in here, I have these pillows. These pillow covers are actually from Amazon. I'll link them down below. So this is a copper bucket I thrifted just a few weeks ago. Again, I shared this in my fall decor haul. I love coppers, golds, any kind of vintage brass in the fall months. I think is so beautiful. So what I think I'm gonna do, I went back and forth. I think I'm gonna use the floral hydrangeas. Whoa. I have to play around with them a little bit, but I think I'm gonna put them in here, and we're actually gonna place it on top of the hutch. I don't know what it is, I just feel like the hutch looks bare when there's nothing on top. And so I'm gonna play around with that and see how it looks. The last area I have. I kind of just picked up some of the extra candles and things I'm not using. These were the last florals I had to work with, and I think this will just be a really sweet small arrangement. As the years go by, I make my table decor simpler and simpler because we sit here multiple times a day and we don't want to have to move a bunch of stuff. So just a simple picture of these dried florals, I think will be really sweet. I could put this in a tray and add a pumpkin or something, but for now I think I'm just gonna leave it just like that. And when you take a step back and look at everything all together, the picture doesn't seem like, you know, it's too much or it's too little. I think it's pretty balanced for the most part, but I think I'm done, you guys. I really didn't do a ton of tweaking. It kind of came together pretty easily today, which does not happen a lot. I'm usually a lot more indecisive, but I am really happy with how it turned out overall. I'm sure I'll tweak things here and there, but just wanted to show really quick. So here in the kitchen, we obviously have our wreath that we played with first. I love that, I already mentioned that. Kept things pretty much the same, like my staple vignette over here, utensils, copper tea kettle. I did add that plaid towel, and then I added the sparkly light up pumpkin, and just the little touches I think are just enough. This is not a massive kitchen or like a massive countertop space, and so I don't want it to feel overly cluttered, but I did add some fall to the island. Here on this vignette, I have the pumpkin apple candle, and then I just added the wheat, and I think it balances really beautifully with the hydrangeas and the other florals we have going on, because that matters too. When you're looking around, you don't want to see 25 different colors and florals. That doesn't feel very real or organic. So trying to work with organic textures as much as I can. And then here's how the little kickstand looks. These pumpkins will probably be gone by the end of the day, but that's okay. Well, friends, I think that's all the decorating I'm gonna do for today. Again, I have just really been enjoying taking my time this year with fall decor, but I can truly say now that the kitchen side is kind of balanced with the living room side, the house is starting to feel so cozy. So next up is this back porch area. I gotta go mom shopping, I guess. But thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate you. I hope you had fun. I hope you feel inspired to tackle something in your own home. And I'll see you really soon in the next video. Bye, friend.